recording that. Why are you laughing? Because what?
Because this camera won't focus.
The camera is fine.
You're moving and it's like
when I use it, yes, that's what it does. It follows me, you see?
Yeah, but it's not focusing.
But it's focusing, it's fine.
Okay, go.
Alright friends, thank you for joining us again today. We have a very nice...
Why are you doing another outro?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Okay, sounded like it.
Okay, take two.
Okay.
Alright friends, thank you for joining us again and welcome. If today it is your first day visiting the channel, we want to extend your warm welcome and invite you to browse through our over 300 videos, as we are confident you're going to find something you enjoy and you find useful. If you have been here before but you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. If it is your birthday, we want to wish you a happy birthday. Today we're going to show you a very easy, unique and whimsical way to display, actually there are two ways, right?
Yep.
To display your photographs, and it also makes a great gift. It brightens up a child's room. I think this is a very versatile project and definitely a fun one that you can do along with your children if you want. It involves paint and it involves all kinds of fun things. So stick around and see how we're going to do it.
Must be plugged in. With that.
Yeah.
So now we have 3 4-inch by about 1-inch square blocks. We're going to reset the fence to cut the others.
What you want?
Yep, for now. Okay, so we have all of the blocks with the channels that we cut. We also have the 1-inch square blocks that we cut. Now we're going to sand them down so they're a nice smooth finish, and then we're going to work on the actual finishes for each one of the blocks. So I'm going to finish up the rest of these blocks, and then we'll come back and talk about what we're going to do to finish these off. Okay, this might look a little bit like a science experiment, but this is the finish I wanted to test out on these blocks for this particular project. We also bought some smaller clothespins to help, so I'm going to dye them to match. What I'm going to use is just some basic craft paint, but watered down a little bit so that hopefully we can still see the grain of the wood in addition to the color. And because I have no popsicle sticks, which obviously we need to go to the dollar store to get some, I'm just using some little sticks of wood that we have here in the shop and broke them up so that I can have one for each color here. So I'm just going to put a little dollop in here. Of each color. Woo. Probably better to shake them up a little bit. Who knows how long they've been on the shelf. I just purchased them and opened them up, but you never know with a craft store. And I just chose basic rainbow colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Ooh. And hang on. Okay, so my science experiment was a failure. It did not turn out at all the way I wanted it to. Putting it in the water with the paint just basically gave me a wet block of wood, which wasn't very fun. So then I took just the glove and started taking it along the wood grain here. You can see some of the grain, but it's not a very nice finish. And so now what I'm doing is actually fully painting. This is a single coat of paint. I'm probably going to do at least one more just to give it a more solid finish. These were my experiments, and then I'll use the smaller clips for this actual project. The other thing I did was burn the other blocks that we cut the channel into, and a couple of the smaller blocks with the Shusugiban technique. The garage woodworker can put that link either in the frame or down below, whichever. And since we've already done that on camera, I didn't do it again on camera here, but that link will be there for you. And here it is after it's been burned and brushed and before oiling. For those of you who can't tell, I'm already enamored with this finish. I really like it. It's just something I'm enjoying. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and paint these blocks and the paper clips, clothespins, so we get a matched finish for them, and then we'll work on putting them together. So let's get going on that. And for this project, I just wanted to demonstrate that you can choose some really fun colors. You can choose things that match your decor. I know we talk about that all the time, but sometimes it's just fun to mix it up instead of doing the same thing, even though I just did the wood burning again, just because I like it so much. So there is the first block. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of them painted, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like pre-assembly. So here I have finished the first coat of all the colors. Just waiting for the last color to dry so I don't have to clean my brush again. I'm going to come back around and then do another coat in reverse order. They look a little better. Very primary colors, but again, very fun. For some types of decor, depends on who you're going for. But we'll make it come together and that'll be okay. Okay, so I'm just about finished up with the last coat of the colored paint. I am going to want to clear coat these because this is just a basic matte paint. It's not any kind of a shiny finish, but that's what I'm going for. And while I was working on these, I was thinking about a lot of the applications that you could do for this, and one is if you wanted to do these primary colors and you have a kid who's in primary school, it could be a good teacher's gift because it fits right in with their classroom. If you have somebody who has a favorite color, you can do them all in that color. These are just a really whimsical type of photo holder, and what we're going to do is take this wire, cut a length of it, we're going to stick that in there, drill a hole, stick it in with glue. We're also going to put the little clothespin on. They're going to stand up like this, and then the photo will be able to be attached that way. Also, I was thinking for college kids who may be away from home, you could do it in a color theme of something that they like, or something else that I've seen is where they do like a yellow gift box to cheer someone up. I hope you feel better. So everything could be in a yellow theme, and you could include a set of these along with some photos they might like. For the ones that I burned, I'm going to finish those a little bit differently. Again, I'm going to oil these just like I did with the last Shusugi Band project. I will drill a hole, and I am going to use the wire, but instead of attaching the clothespin, I'm going to create a shape with some pliers and some round tools for the photo to be stuck in there. So now I'm going to go for my last color, this last coat of purple, and we'll let everything dry. And then I'll be able to drill and work with the wire. No, also we'll have to clear coat these. Forgot about that. But we're almost to the home stretch. Wood that we had. I don't know where the bundle is, so we can show them what that looks like. You put it back. There's basically some scrap wood that he found in a bundle, and I wanted to make something that was square since we already had those that were basically square. I said, hey, let me use those. I think the whole bundle, which was probably about a 10-inch square bundle, was $5 or $6 maybe. And I only used a couple of blocks out of it to do these projects. So very inexpensive, but fun to do. Okay, so this is my wire, and just to guess how high I wanted it, just holding it up. I don't want it to be too top heavy, so that's about 4 inches. So I'm going to cut 6 pieces that are 4 inches. For the other 2 blocks that are burned, I'm going to need to cut them a little bit longer so that I have the space to make the curves and the shape. Okay, our glue is escaping. So right now, I'm going to glue our clothespins to the wire. I better just put it down. There we go. And rather than trying to get into this tiny little space with the glue, I'm just putting it on the wire and putting the wire in there. And the wire was curved, as you know. I just took my hands and against the bench, rolled it a little bit, straightening it out. It's not perfectly straight, but it's close enough.
Then there is nothing more exciting than waiting for glue to dry, right?
This is supposed to dry very quickly, it says. In fact, that's almost dry. This is the Gorilla Glue brand of like the E6000, which is a heavy-duty craft glue. Supposed to have a lot of applications.
Heavy duty and craft don't go together.
Yeah, they do. Just because you don't think so.
Heavy
Okay.
duty craft is light woodworking.
Thanks.
Would you like to make some holes?
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna drill a hole approximately the middle of each one of these cubes. I didn't, we did a test pilot hole to make sure our wire fits, so it's a pretty small drill bit. I'm not concerned with it being completely in the middle, or exactly, but I'm gonna give it a go here. And you don't need to go down too far.
But for our OCD friends, you can go right in the middle if you
You
want.
can absolutely make it dead on center if you want. Whew.
I've been trying to find Apple's sticker to put on my sticker board here,
Well,
but I failed.
I don't know where you put it. I'm going to go ahead and drill these two as well. Okay. It's not quite set. So I'm going to let that go a little bit longer. Oil. There's the oil.
Oh, you're going to all the...
Yeah, the burned ones. I don't want to oil the painted ones, just the burned ones.
I was thinking you need to oil the paint.
No, I do not.
I mean, you could if you so desired.
I don't know how that would look, but I can definitely try on one of my experiments here.
It wouldn't look good.
I don't think so either, but you never know.
I know, it wouldn't look good.
You know. You're just insisting. So don't forget to put the link up there for them on how to do the Shusugi band from our last video. Again, this is just boiled linseed oil. It does have a little bit of a strong odor though. I noticed that from the stool. Did you? Okay, I don't have my beading wire bending supplies, so I'm making do with the shop tools. They're somewhat similar, but there's some differences in the tools. So for this one, I just wanted kind of an organic shape. It's going to be kind of modern to go into this block, and then this is going to allow the photo to be clipped in there and will be secure. And I'm going to make another one for the other one, and I just take the pliers. And in this instance, I wrapped it around like 4 times. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the 4-inch length. And then just take this and kind of separate it a little bit because they will need to be able to get the photo in there. So there, I think we have it. I can make adjustments if we need to. Just taking this along the edge of the bench to straighten it out, and we have a fairly straight pick. These have now been oiled. Take just a little bit of this, glue, ooh, this doesn't want to stay in the tube.
Can't find the hole?
Not in this one. The other one went in real easy. This one, I'm struggling. Where is it?
I can see it from here.
Well, that's great. Now the glue's dry. There's the hole. Fresh glue. There we go.
In the hole, out of the hole.
Well, I wanted to kind of get some of the glue down in there.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you're not going to do the other one?
Well, I will.
Or you're not going to glue all of those?
I am. I just want to check and make sure that the clothespins are securely attached before I try to put them into the blocks.
Theoretically, unless you're OCD, you could have different colors, clips with different colors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blocks.
Absolutely.
But I'm OCD.
I think that would make this one crazy. If I were to do that, this one meaning you.
Yeah, things have to be a certain way, right?
I would mix it up, but I know that that would make you absolutely crazy, so.
You want to orient in a certain way or random?
I just have it random, but I suppose since you're OCD, I'll fix it.
Well, I think it would look nicer if they were parallel to an edge.
OCD is what you mean.
Yeah. I mean parallel.
I think you mean OCD.
Okay, we cannot see anything you're doing.
Well, at this point, you know that I'm putting the wire in the hole.
Okay.
That's what you know. Okay, so here we have some photos displayed into the different holders. Again, you might have to adjust your holding wire here just so that it will hold the photo. And this might be suited for a slightly smaller picture. If you know somebody who does the Instax types photos, The smaller ones might work better there, but definitely these are very nice for.
Okay, can you lift it because that totally blends with the whole thing.
Oh.
The block blends with it there. So this is a very nice, elegant and kind of modern rust,
Yeah.
if it exists, way. It doesn't damage the photo at all.
No, real easy to switch them out.
Right. So you get the general idea, and the clips work exactly the same way as this one.
Got it?
I hope so. So why are we doing that?
This is gonna create this type of look where we're gonna loop the wire through there and then have it be straight down on the thing, and it's gonna effectively hold the clothespin in place.
And you get the picture, so we're not going to show you all of them. The same process is just if you have a drill bit that is the same diameter as whatever wire you're using.
So I've already got the wire in the block. Basically, I'm just taking my pliers, doing a little bit of a loop here, almost a fish hook. Gonna insert that into the hole.
This time you found the hole first time?
Yeah, and it loops through, and then you just take your pliers, squeeze it together.
And what we found, folks, the reason we're doing that is because the glue we use doesn't mean that the idea is not good. It just happened that the glue we use did not want to hold very well.
Yeah.
Or dry fast enough. I don't know what of the two.
Yeah. So maybe the something more like hot glue in this instance would work better, or even a different glue. But for us, what we had didn't work.
I think they're both viable methods. You know, it's just finding the right glue. Gluing metal to wood is in general a challenging proposition. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the rest are the same way, so.
Yep. Okay, so we've got these revamped with the little wires bent to hold into the clothespins. As you can see, that holds that 4x6 photo just fine. This one, because it's in the landscape orientation, we decided to use two.
And it would probably hold it, but if you want a much bigger picture, like an 8x10, you will definitely have to use two.
I don't know that it would hold an 8x10, but you could definitely give it a try.
Two of them would.
Two of them, you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so here's our photo cubes, photo holders. Hope you like them. Thanks for watching.
Alright friends, and these are our two types of holders and the two types of finishes. And this is a fun project. You can easily do it with your kids if you want. And also use your imagination to change it. I think that can also take many other places. This was our idea. It doesn't have to be executed exactly that way. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please smash that like button. If you didn't, the other button works as well. Share, like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so. And we appreciate all your support. We are going to see you again on Sunday with another build and on Wednesday with some other project. From the Garage Wizard in Elpida, we bid you a great week.